Hello everybody. Our project, Big Data Analytics project, is on waste management using big data. My teammates are Hadil Al Bahar, Shia Yatish Kumar, and my name is Harnoor Singh Pawar. So the motivation behind our project is to help New Yorkers achieve zero waste. The average New Yorker throws out a lot of waste, and to provide an incentive to residents and businesses to audit their workplaces is one of our motivation. We feel that waste management is two sides of the same coin. It should be undertaken by both citizens and residents as well as the Department of Sanitation. So our project looks at it from both points of views. We will try to help both the residents, and the Department of Sanitation to optimize their waste, waste recycling effectiveness. Uh, so here's an overview of what we have done. We have collected datasets for New York waste, which were available online. We have organized the datasets and added the necessary supporting parameters. We've analyzed the datasets, done some clustering on them, and visualized the results. We've also visualized the density of data using choropleth heat maps. And in the end, we finally suggest the Department of Sanitation in New York to some interesting ways to achieve the goal of zero waste. So the datasets, as you can see, are obtained from datacity.newyork.us. They weren't pretty hard to find. We had a lot of data available, but a major challenge for us was to reorder the data. Some data was not georeferenced. Some we had to reverse georeference. Some we had to find zip codes from districts. So that was one of the major challenges that we faced. The tools we use are Apache Hadoop, Pig for joining datasets, Spark for clustering, Texas A&M Geoservices for geocoding. Visualization software such as Tableau, CartoDB, and Google Maps API is also used. Microsoft Excel is used for basic data manipulation.
Right. So here is when we start our analysis. So we began our analysis by first locating the recycling bins over a Google map. This was successfully done using CartoDB, which is an open cloud platform which we all are aware of. And using this heat map, we realized that there are many places in New York City that were saturated with recycling bins, and there were some which could get a chance to develop further, and we could have an additional advantage in those areas which are underserved, such as Brooklyn. So, now how do we go about analyzing our data? This is when we start. So we started our analysis by first plotting charts of the various waste per borough, and this was visualized using Tableau. And we realized that all the waste are not exactly equal in quantity in every borough. So now our task is to analyze this and plot it in such manner that the Department of Sanitation can avail this information and make something worthwhile out of it. And the data that we plotted, as we plotted here, is the diversion rate per district, which determines that the amount of recycling that is possible from the waste that was collected. So the diversion rate at the moment in the city of New York is between the range of 0 to 29%, where Manhattan has the highest diversion rate. That means the borough of Manhattan is able to recycle waste in a better manner compared to other districts, and we have to improve the diversion rate for all the other boroughs appropriately. Now, to get this data as it is, as you can see, we had to do a lot of manipulation using Pig and use certain softwares like Texas AM services, where we had to reverse geocode, get the zip code out from the latitude, longitude, and etc. And this is another analysis where we plotted the rate of refuse per person per community district, the rate of MGP, that's metal, glass, plastic, and rate of paper, where we realized that certain community districts have a higher refuse waste compared to the others, and similarly for MGP and paper. And what we did with this is now going to be explained further.
We clustered districts to 5 clusters. These are the centroids of the clusters. Each cluster has districts that have similar attributes. The Department of Sanitation in New York can tend to each cluster, to all the districts in each cluster in a similar manner. thus expediting any improvements and optimization of the clusters. We have created a website called Big Data Waste Management at weebly.com, in which we uploaded our visualizations and explained our findings. This is our website. We have some findings here explained. The recycling bins distribution NYC. We have recycling analysis, as we mentioned earlier. We have the waste generation NYC. We also explained the clustering results. So the attributes we used for clustering are the amount of tons the amount of MGP tons, the amount of paper tons, and the amount of refuse tons generated in all of the New York district, and in addition to the diversion rate and the capture rate. For future work, we plan to optimize the clustering that we done, in which we find the better centroids to successfully cluster zones ranging from immediate attention to zones needing general improvements. And we also would like to enable users to trace the route for the address suggested by recommendation using People's Map, which was implemented last year. People's Maps finds the route that people took instead of the shortest distance route or the minimum time route. We also would like to optimize pickup trucks routes for waste disposal and waste collection. Thank you.